So the extroverted nature of this individual will find authority more trustworthy. That's usually what happens with extroverted people. They will trust in people more easily, basically, but also be naive because of this simple trust due to the subject-object relationship that extroverts have, inherent in extroverts. So they would expect authority or people in power positions to be inherently trustworthy, which means the extrovert is much more prone to accepting a narrative or accepting the general consensus due to them always internalizing the external object and intellectualizing mostly with what is made relevant by the object itself. And this in relation to authority is very interesting, because if the extroverted thinking or even feeling function is overinflated in relation to all their other functions, they can very easily fall prey to something like blind faith, that this trust, that this truth, in this sense, is non-negotiable. What the mass media is saying is completely unbiased. Why would they lie? Why would propaganda be involved? Anything else is wrong and not worthy of investigation if the media doesn't talk about it. It's this kind of attitude. And this is the fundamental concern I see and feel with the mass media and things of that nature, because psychologically its general reliance out of insidious convenience nullifies extroverted intuition, especially for people who are extremely high in extroversion anyway, because if extroverts have a high reliance on the object for internalization, like the mass media, for example, acting as a shadowy convenience for information, which is seen as good, reduces the intuitive need for extroverted perception, for gathering information from independent sources that are more focused on the value of truth than a possible agenda or ideology. Because if the mass media does do this, which I think it does for many people, it makes people dangerously susceptible and acceptable to mass media manipulation as objective truth, without intuiting the actual need to externally perceive alternative information which focuses around the truth rather than half-truths and ideological intent, if that was the purpose behind the veil.